Welcome back to a new season of Behind the Scenes at Technoset. We're going to start off on our fixed head section. We might have seen this a little bit before, but today we're going to focus on the larger of the machines. So we've got our ABX64 fixed head machines here, 2 of them here at Technoset. And then as we go down the factory, we go slightly smaller on the bar feeder, 51mm. Now, one of the things that's really important on these machines is the setting up process. There's lots of tools, complex machine, one-hit production in this factory. So what we're looking at today is what actually goes in to the process of setting a machine. We advertise jobs for setters and operators, but what actually happens as a setter in the machine? And today we're going to speak to Sam, who's been with us for a number of years. Sam was an apprentice, came through at Technoset. He's been a fixed head setter operator for about 3 years now, and is one of our senior guys. So Sam's going to talk us through it. Hello, Sam. How you doing, mate? All right? All good? Good. So, Sammy, talk us through what happens when we start to set a machine. What are the really important things that we do?
So at the very start, we get given our job pack. I make sure that Op 106 and 107 are stamped, so that I know they've been reviewed. So Op 106 is your manufacturing check. You'll check tooling, make sure it's all on site, so that when I go to get the tooling, I'm not, I need to order a tool now, and then that delay is set in.
Maybe some program changes or something that might have happened on the previous job, making sure they're all embedded in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Brilliant.
And then Op 107 is the inspection checks, where they'll review the drawing, see if there's any mistakes, and so once we've got that, I'll then submit the job packing to get the material, gauges.
So you've got everything now at the machine. What's the first thing you're looking at on the machine?
The first thing I do is I'll either load my program in or I'll start loading the bar. So that involves changing the feed finger, make sure it's the right size for the material, changing the grips to hold on to the material when it's in there. It helps reduce vibration, which can also have an effect on the finish of the part. And then I'll change the spindle collet to the right size, and from there on, that is literally just the bar feeder sorted. I do it step by step, different parts of the machine.
This is a really important process, isn't it? The setting of the machine is a skill, getting everything absolutely bang on. Why do you take your time?
I take my time because when I first started setting, I'd just chuck the tools in and I'd think, oh, why is the part not good? Why has it got this sort of finish, vibration on it? And it's just because I hadn't been taking my time with the tooling. Maybe I had a stick out that was too far. Or it's even stuff like the program, like you said earlier, about the feeds. They've not been reviewed properly, and I've just had to alter it slightly, and I get the finish that I want.
So, and then you get into a point of prove out on the machine. Now,
it's very important to do this. Like I say, in the past I've not done that, and then you soon find out what's going on. But proving it out is really important, making sure that the stick out is what you want to avoid any collisions, especially when working with 2 turrets, making sure they don't crash.
So there's a lot going on, isn't there, in the machine? Twin spindle, multi-turret. You know, there'll always be a little bit of setting scrap or parts. You'll produce the front end and then transfer to the back end. There'll always be a little bit of a part, but you're aiming for one thing, aren't you?
Yeah, getting it right first time and on time. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's the key, isn't it? Because you want to know when you put your part into inspection for first off check that it's going to go through and you're into production as soon as you can be.
And we also get another member of staff as well to double check our work. That way, when it is sent to inspection, we know we've had 2 eyes on it and that it's spot on.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Sam. We won't take up any more of your time. And, just looking at Sam's work area is always pristine, laid out, got all his gauges, all his tooling, all his information, and that is really key. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Technoset, is about being prepared, having everything there, everything's clean, we do the job right, we get it right first time, and hopefully then everything goes smoothly into production. Thanks for your time, look forward to seeing you on the next one.